Indie games are 10 a penny these days, so much so that it's really hard to keep track of what's coming and whether it might be any good. Fear not folks, we're here to save the day once again. Today looking at 5 really cool and interesting indie games that are coming our way in the not too distant future that people aren't talking about nearly enough, but they really should be. We're not talking about Night School's upcoming after party or Annapurna Interactive's Creeks. Everyone is, or should be anyway, talking about them already. We're talking about newly announced games, forgotten about indie games that were announced an age ago and games that seem to pass everyone by. So without further ado, here are 5 upcoming interesting indie games that no one is really talking about. Stranded Sails, or Stranded Sails Explorers of the Cursed Island if you want its full title, is an open world farming adventure. So basically Stardew Valley on a tropical island. What doesn't sound wonderful about that? Plus it looks so wonderfully vibrant as well. Stranded will see players have to farm, cook, keep their crew happy and show off their skills as a shipbuilder if they're to survive and ultimately escape an island inhabited by supernatural beasties. You'll solve secrets, explore a diverse island and escape by the skin of your teeth. Oh, and you'll farm too. That's basically Stranded Sails in a nutshell. Folks, wholesome games are good for the soul. Keep an eye on this one. It comes out in October on all console platforms. Developed by Fury developers, the Game Bakers, Haven was announced earlier this year to not that much fanfare. In fact, it wasn't until a gameplay trailer dropped for the open world RPG this week that we were actually pretty sold on it. Billed as Persona meets Journey, which sounds ludicrous and wonderful at the same time, Haven sees you play as 2 lovers who have to navigate their way across a mysterious planet, battling large monsters and other threats in a bid to stay alive. With the traversal of Journey, the conversational mechanics and relationships of Persona, with the turn-based combat of an old-school Final Fantasy game, what isn't there to love about this co-op adventure? Raw Fury is quickly becoming a powerhouse of an indie label, and they look set to continue that trend when their neo-noir taxi driver mystery Nightcore lands on all platforms next week. Yes, I said neo-noir taxi driver mystery, and yes, I said next week. The monochrome crime story sees you play as a Parisian taxi driver listening to the stories of passengers in your cab as you try to track down a serial killer. With you being marked as the prime suspect, it's your job to clear your name and track down the real killer, because the police aren't exactly going to do that for you now, are they? Meet new people, drive around the streets of Paris, listen for clues, clear your name. This gritty, mature crime thriller is coming to Xbox Game Pass as well, which is an even bigger bonus. It's out July 17th and is shaping up to be one hell of a mystery. Microsoft's Idea Xbox E3 sizzle reel way back in 2017 seemingly housed one hell of a gem, one that we've not seen anything of since. I'm of course talking about the 16-bit 2D side-scrolling cyberpunk-inspired The Last Night, an action and infiltration game which looks like something out of the Blade Runner playbook. Developer Odd Tales promised a meaningful journey with branching dialogue and a whole variety of different styles of gameplay. Unfortunately, The Last Night has run into some issues along the way according to Tim Sorey, director on the game. The director cited massive business, legal and funding issues, noting that they had to cancel their trailer scheduled for the Game Awards. Odd Tales is currently raising funds for their title, which we hope they're successful with because honestly, The Last Night looks cool as fuck. I'll be honest, we have no fucking idea what Totem Teller actually is. Heck, even the game's website doesn't give much away. It basically says, guide a wandering muse in search of lost folklore, investigate distortions, uncover hidden places, retell stories or let them fade. Not exactly telling, eh? What we do know is that visually, Totem Teller is unique, it's colourful, it's experimental, and honestly, if indie games can't be colourful and experimental, then we have no chance of getting it anywhere else in the industry. So to recap, look at these bloody cool, trippy visuals, soak them in, and while you're doing that, don't forget to make a mental note of this one, and when it drops in 2020, do not hesitate even for a second. So there you have it folks, 5 indie games that have seemingly gone under the radar or disappeared from the public eye. 5 games that no one's talking about when in actual fact everyone should be talking about them. Thanks for watching folks, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!